Hey there everyone, it's TomBomb89 here with you, and today we're doing another Civilization 5 how-to video. Today's topic is culture and tourism. So with the Brave New World expansion, there's been a few changes to how culture and tourism work. So we're going to go over culture first. So with culture, what you will notice is there's now these ideological tenets. This is a new change, it was brand new, implemented for Brave New World. Basically what it is you allows your civilization, whether you build 3 factories or into the modern era, whichever comes first, to adopt a ton of tenets, so an ideology. So there's 3 ideologies. You can only change when you're content, but you do have a choice to pick one of 3 when you start. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the help menu to show it to you guys. So any of these are your basic cultural policies. Okay, so there is freedom, order, and autocracy. So freedom kind of sounds like it is. So basically, you're looking for things that are going to boost your population, um, give you bonuses to your efforts, so help your tourism out. Sorry. Culture, it basically gives you everything a baseline kind of growth to everything. So you're not really focused, but you are going to get a bonus towards different areas. So that's freedom. Order, basically you're looking at a big boost to tourism with order, but you're also looking at a lot of things towards, say, the space finish. So great engineers can build the parts. Uh, yeah, so it's more of a science-based Academy of Sciences again. And then you have autocracy, and autocracy is much more the militaristic form of it. So, um, going with that depends on what you're looking for, depending on your victory conditions and your win conditions. So the tenants are great there, but they act as a boost. Culture by itself is no longer a win condition. Going with that, so I can just show you the victory progress. So victory progress, when you look at cultural, it's going by your great works and your influence over people. So you can't win the utopia style by having 5 different policy trees finished. You have to go through the cultural victory through tourism. So tourism, in order to do tourism, you have to have great works, and you have to have buildings that house those great works. So when you're going towards, let's see, a city, so you have to build buildings, like say the Artist Guild. The Artist Guild's gonna give you, it's giving us 2 artist slots. Another example, the Musicians Guild gives 2 musician slots, that sort of thing. So you're trying to build buildings that give you great people slots that are cultural based. So there's the great artists, the great writers, the great musicians. It also goes for things like artifacts when you unlock archaeology. So going back to tourism, the idea is that to win through tourism and culture, your tourism influence has to exceed the cultural growth of each nation before the end of the game. So, for example, the people that I'm closest to dominating, I think that would be, yeah, so Assyria. I'm 75% of the way to surpassing their cultural output. So you can see how some nations I have really no chance of ever catching them, like say for example Russia. But then there's some like the Ottomans, the Zulus, and Assyria I have a very good chance. So it is a good boost, but treat it like religion. It's not a win condition. It's just going to help you reach other win conditions. Going for the tourism victory is probably the hardest one now, and you basically have to be playing against AI that are going to do 0 culture whatsoever, which is really not realistic. It also goes in fact that it ties in a few different things. So the bonuses increase the more popular you become within their culture. However, there's things that do hurt your bonuses. For example, having different ideologies reduces your bonus, and there's things that help your bonus as well. So, for example, we have open borders, so that helps the culture victory that way. So it gives you an overall net effect. And that's what this is here. It tells you even if you're rising slowly, falling, staying the same. So that's how you can look at it that way. So this is how you actually track the culture victory at this point. Now I'm with Brave New World. It also shows you this menu here, so you can see how many great works you have relative to other people. You can see people are agreeing with your ideology. So we took autocracy. People agree with it because we have very high overall happiness. With this one here, India chose freedom, and the people are kind of rebelling, and they have more unhappiness than happiness because of this ideology. And then you have the Ottomans, who are going through a revolution. So basically the people have revolted and they're choosing a different ideology because they do not agree with order. So that's what's happening. So it kind of gives you an idea of how their civilizations stand and how the Ottomans in particular have no great works whatsoever, so they are completely unculture based in this circumstance. So your culture, as you build buildings, like I said, the certain ones get certain bonuses. So it's always good to be mindful of this. In order to get the bonus, I'm just going to... There we go. Okay. So to maximize your bonus, make sure the great work slots are filled with writing different eras, and civilizations and the city owner. So this one I have to make sure that I get 2 different eras and 2 different civs in order to build it. So you'll get a little bonus. So each building has a unique different criteria in order to get those bonuses, so keep that in mind whenever you see these little symbols on the side here or in the main buildings here. It just gives you extra tourism and culture, which just helps you get more policies and more bonuses. To keep in mind with that though, with smaller games, like let's say for example, duel, like a one-on-one, a building like this where you need multiple civs and multiple ages other than than yourself, it's pretty much impossible to get the bonus for this building. So keep that in mind. The tourism victory only gets better the more civs there are in the game. And the last menu here is swapping great works. So depending on what you need in order to fill the bonuses here, you can swap great works. You can only swap like writing with writing, art with art, artifact with artifact, which makes sense. You wouldn't want to give a painting for a piece of Rome's statues. Wouldn't really make sense. But the idea is that you want to be able to maximize what you're giving away. You want to give away pieces of art like this that are going to give you no bonus whatsoever. They're sitting there doing their 2 for 2. You want to be able to get things that can maximize, get the extra bonuses. You can give these arts away to fill in other ones, give you more bonuses. That's the idea. Going with that, overall, the tourism bonus, again, tourism victory is not feasible. It's really not practical. It takes so long. Like this is turn 509 and I haven't even achieved it yet. So the game would be over around turn 250, 300 if you're playing on deity. So you can already see that this is just not a feasible way to win the game. I've done everything I could just to maximize culture in this game, and I can't do it. So whatever you do, treat culture and tourism as a bonus, like religion. Do not attempt the culture victory. It is not realistic. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. And other than that, thanks for watching.